What's up, YouTube? JP back for another JP Gaming. Today we have the final exciting conclusion to our first arena run in lesson episode 7, I believe. So we will jump right back in. If you watched yesterday's episode, we left off when we were currently 2 wins, 2 losses. One more loss and we are done with the arena run. So let's hope that we get at least one more win. Get this going. We're playing a paladin deck. Minion heavy. Worked well in the first game, lost the next 2, and then came back and won the 4th. So 2-2. Get this started. After we complete this run, we will finish the episode by opening up some packs. Today was the Today was the end of the February season. So now I don't even know. Yeah, so now we're in the March season. And so I was able to open up a rank 19 chest on this account and open up a rank 13 chest on the other account. Didn't get many good things at all. I'll have to go back and look. We'll take a look at the collection at the end here. So playing the best class in Arena. I believe that's still the case. Mage. We've been given the Violet Illusionist every opening hand, I believe. And unfortunately, it doesn't really do much for us. I like the Dusk Boar. Actually, let me change that. Since we're playing a mage that can ping it and kill it easily, we will dump it, keep the Friendly Bartender, keep the Sinjin's Shield Master, pass the other 2. So, decent pickup. We won't play 1 drop. But we will coin out. Coin out the bartender. Okay, good trade for us. It's kind of what we expected. We kind of wanted that. Next, we will throw down the Beast. Good old Bloodfin Raptor. It can't easily die to a Fire Blast because of the 2 toughness, so it's unfortunate. So probably want to go into here just because he can clear it for free next turn. So we'll go ahead and put down a 1/1 and hold back the Abusive Sergeant in case we can trade up with it. We'll go ahead and leave 1 mana open on the table and pass back. Not off to a very good start. Here we will play the Peacekeeper. And again, I just don't think it's the right window, but we will put the 1/1 in. Idea being that unless he can heal, we could easily trade we can easily put the 3/3 into the 1/3. We're probably going to do that now. Here we're going to get a little greedy, and it's a good opportunity to play our Scarab on 2. Hopefully we'll get something sweet on the 3-drop slot and be able to play it. Here I guess we'll just take the Rallying Blade and go ahead and throw it down. We'll hold on to it for now though.
Can I light your fire?
Pretty good turn for our opponent there. So here we will probably just go Sinjin, push out a 1/1, and pass turn. So we're starting to lose tempo here. Things aren't looking good. Again, this is the I believe arguably the best mage is the best arena class. I know they were nerfed a while back though, and some of their key tools were removed. So here I think we take our chances, hopefully get a lucky pickup. Sometimes the luck is on our side, so we'll happily take that. We'll follow it up with 3/5 and pass. Fortunately, that 5/4 taunt is kind of a big deal. Alright, here we're just going to land down. Take 5 damage to clear out the taunt. So our opponent's feeling pretty good right now. He's definitely in the driver's seat. He was able to keep our board pretty clear as he's establishing his. Here I think we just go like this. And here I believe the correct answer is to take the mind control. We would love to pick up the Murloc Knight there, but the 3 attack on our sword simply would not have cut it. Pretty crazy little combo he's got going there. Alright, so that was a very quick game. Looks like we will end up 2 and 3 in the arena. So we will get a reward. You always get a reward whether you win any or not. So we'll go ahead and open that along with the go ahead and concede out of this BM madness, but we'll open up our reward along with a few other packs that have accumulated over the last couple of days. We did the Tavern Brawl, which is available today. So here we go. We'll click the key to claim our 2-win prize. And I believe there will always be a pack at least. And that's good. It's Mean Streets of Gadgerstan. That's awesome. And now I think there's a super rare chance that you get a second pack, and that goes up higher the more wins you get. But I think typically this is like a low amount of dust or money or sometimes cards. So 45 dust, not bad. So I think that's a... Right. So that was our free one. Now they're letting us know that for future arena runs, it's 150 gold or $1.99. I wouldn't recommend doing the $1.99. I don't think that's too worth it, but like 150 gold, I think that's pretty much break even with what we did there. One pack, 45 dust, so that's pretty good. So now we got 6 exciting packs to open up. I came across 4 of the 5 mean. So you saw that we just got the Mean Street. The other 4, while I was grinding out rank 10 on some of the other classes that we don't like to play that often, I was awarded 400 gold for winning 100 matches. So that's another hidden quest that we talked about at the beginning of our lessons that you kind of want to be keeping in mind and shooting for, and that's a really good way to get pack count up quick. And then we got the classic pack from doing the Tavern Brawl this week. Tavern Brawl it was pretty good for newbie accounts that don't have a lot of cards, because sometimes you have to build the Tavern Brawl deck out of your own library, but this time there was 3 bosses, Honcho, Cabal, and the other whatever. And so there's complete Mean Street themed decks already made for you. You just click the Brawl, they select one of them. Unfortunately, I got Honcho on everyone, but I was able to win. It's just kind of a coin toss. It's still really fun and interactive, but there's a lot of things going on, and sometimes you will lose really quick or win really quick. So got 4 more days to do that, so always take advantage of the Tavern Brawl. It's free pack, basically. So we'll go ahead and open up the classic pack first. Kind of move through it pretty quickly. Got the shit pack again. Priestess of Elune, garbage. Soul of the Forest, not played very often, if at all. Mad Bomber, good card in Arena. Shadow Step, not a good rogue card. And our rare for the pack is Bloodcell Corsair, an okay card. It may see play now that the Small Time Buccaneer nerf is in place as a pirate enabler, but that's yet to be seen. So pretty overall weak ass pack. A lot of neutrals, 2 off-played cards, so not very happy with that. But getting to the good stuff, we got 5 packs to crack. Have not seen a Mean Street Legendary yet. We got an Epic that's getting close, so we'll go around the horn here, mix up a little bit. Gadgetzan Socialite, just a weak healer. Grookfu Master, I believe this is our 2nd or 3rd, so we may be getting up into the dust range again. Anything over 2 copies, you can start to dust. Daring Reporter. I've seen it put to good use in Arena. I've never really seen it played on ladder. I love the pictures. Next up, we got our rare. Grime Street Informant. Decent card. The tri-cards that allow you to discover class cards outside of your class are pretty good. They don't look that great on paper due to the low stats, but they have the opportunity to be extremely powerful if you're able to find the right answers that you're looking for. And then we got an Epic, another one of these hog leaders. I see a lot of people playing these hogs in Arena. Never seen them played in Standard, but this one's pretty situational. I think the one that says taunt, if the opponent has taunt, you gain charge, is a little bit better. So a lot of all class cards there. No real standouts. Batting 0 for 2. Next up, we got 2 rares coming in this pack. First up, Grimy Gadgeteer. It is played. I don't know how much, but I've seen it played. Next up, Red Mana Worm. Good rogue card in 1 OTK combo decks. Jade Chieftain. Good shaman pickup. With the recent nerf to aggro, nerfing Small Time Buccaneer and nerfing Spirit Claws, you're going to see, and I've already experienced this, a shift in the meta on ladder and move more towards slower control grindy games, and Jade mechanic really shines there. So I would expect to see a lot of Jade Druid and Jade Shaman. So keep that in mind when you're building decks. And if you're playing a lot of Jade decks that are slower, make sure you tech accordingly. up. Doppelganger can be used in a hand buff paladin or hunter, I guess. It's a fun card to play. And the other rare is Ally Armorsmith, extremely good card. In certain situations, control warriors do play this card. So that's the best pack we've got so far. Nothing great, but we're getting there. Next up, we have shit pack again, going around the horn. Toxic Sewer Ooze, we've talked about it before. It's decent. Friendly Bartender, we've seen it used in arena decks. You won't really see it outside of that. Next up, Jade Shuriken. Jade mechanics kind of fell short in the Rogue archetype, in my opinion. But now that Rogue is looking for an aggressive deck to settle on, this may see some niche play. I do see it on ladder occasionally, but they're more gimmicky decks. Kooky Chemist, pretty decent. Used for certain things. So like, this is what would be called like a tech card. If, for example, you knew if you're going to be playing a lot of control decks in a tournament, and those control decks play Doomsayers, for example, that's very niche. Don't quote me on this, but you could play the Kooky Chemist, for example, to one of to maybe hopefully catch that Doomsayer. Doomsayer is a 0/7, and at the start of the next turn, it destroys all creatures on the board. It's kind of hard to remove. This guy would remove it instantly by swapping the attack and health. Then it would be a 7/0 and die. So kind of cool. I've never seen that tech like that before. And then here we go. Cabal Courier, another tri-card. Discover. This one's better than the 2-mana 1-drop that we, or 2-mana 1/1 that we opened up 2 packs ago. So this one's played. I don't want to say heavily, but it's pretty standard to see this on the standard ladder. 2 more packs. Hopefully we get a legendary here. Another shit pack. We'll open up the 2 rares first. I believe this is our second golden Jade Claw, so that's pretty crazy. Not a bad card. This is crap. 2 grimy Gadgeteers, so we will definitely see dusting tonight, because this, I know for a fact, this is the 3rd one we've opened on camera tonight. Hunter card, cool card in concept. I love the idea of it. I was happy to play it in a Hunter deck. Unfortunately, Hunters just suck, or at the bottom of the barrel right now. So, moving on. Last pack. Will the gods smile on us? Looks to be no. But that's okay, we're just closer to our pity timer. So open up a Naga Corsair. Interesting card. Better than it looks, in my opinion. Street Trickster, not good. Cabal Songstealer, played in Priests. Pretty good. Another Backstreet Leper. And our rare for the pack is a second-rate Bruiser. Pretty good card. Does see some play, definitely, so happy to have it. Would have been happier to see a legendary, but that's just the way it goes. So now we'll take a look at dusting. Dusting is an alternative way to get cards that you want. Now that we have more than two copies of a card, you'll notice that our crafting icon is glowing down here to kind of get our attention. And if we go into it, we'll see this buttons available. It says disenchant extra cards. So there's never risk of losing cards. Basically what this is saying is it realizes that we have 3 common cards that are now duplicated beyond 2. So we have 3 copies of some things, and it's just asking us if we want to clean it up. It will do it for us automatically if we press this button. We could go find those. So for example, if we went to our warrior, and we can easily tell now that we have 4 copies of Grimy Gadgeteer. And if we wanted to, we could right click on the card like it says. It shows here 4 copies. What over here gives us a fun little text, it lets us know what set it was from, and who the artist is, and how much it would be worth to disenchant. As you can see, commons suck for disenchanting. You're going to get hardly anything. It would take 40 of our dust to make it, while it only gives us 5 dust. But that's just the nature of the game. That's to be expected. But the reason why this is important is occasionally you might say, hey, I need a card. I want to make a card. And so you can definitely do that by, let's see how we do this, turning crafting on. And now you'll see that there is everything currently in standard, and stuff that we don't have will be grayed out as such. If we highlight one, we can see what set it came from. So if we want to try to open packs to get it, and then we can use the dust we currently have, 55, to create it if we wanted to. And I've warned about it before, but I would say just be patient. Think about what you want before you're rushing out to make stuff. You may regret making a card if you don't like the way the deck plays. So just make sure you really want to play the deck that you're making the card for, because you don't want to. Dust is very precious, so just make sure you know what you're doing when you spend it. So I think we will take the dust. Oh, show. Oh, and that's interesting. So the first time you dust anything on a new account, you'll get a hidden quest trigger. And so we received 95 dust for free. That's good. So that puts us at 165 dust. And just looking at the enchant rates, so the common, to make a common, it's 40. To make a rare, it's 100. To make an epic, it is 400. And to make a legendary, it is 1600. So that just gives you an idea of how precious dust is. So I would be saving your dust instead of spending it on crap. Unless you really need it and really want to play that deck, I would just hold off and wait until you get enough dust to craft a legendary that's going to have a much bigger impact on whatever deck you put it in. Furthermore, I would stick to legendaries that can be used in multiple decks. Ragnaros is a poor example because he'll be moving out of Classic and into a Hall of Fame, which means you won't be able to play him in standard decks. But in the past, that would be one of the cards that people would recommend you craft straight away. Another good one is Blood Mage Thalnos. He's a neutral card. He draws a card when he dies, and he's spell damage and for 2. So this is a classic legendary card that sees a lot of play in a lot of different decks. So these are the type of cards that I would be going for. One final piece that I just want to talk about real quick about dusting. It's not going to hurt you to disenchant anything over 2 copies. But there are situations where you want to hold extra copies, specifically for cards that may be nerfed in the future. Because when a card is nerfed, you no longer are penalized. You get the full amount of dust that it would take to craft. So for example, when we broke down the common, it will only give us 5 dust, and it would take 40 dust to create one, the same card. If that card gets nerfed, you can dust it after it's been nerfed for 40 dust. So sometimes it's better to hold on to cards even if you have multiple copies. The idea being eventually, if they are nerfed or changed at all, you'll be able to get a lot more dust out of them. So I guess the moral of that story is only dust when you need to. Don't be all over it, dusting everything if there's no need. If there's no card that you really want, just hold off. Let the copy sit. The other, and so like Goldens are good to dust because they're worth more. But again, be very careful. dusting this means you have 1600. You can create any legendary you want, but think about it and really put some thought into it. Alright, so enough about that. So still we only have these 2 legendaries. Epics. Didn't get much. Neutral, we have 2 bullshit epics, and Shaman, which is weird, has 2 epics. Neither of them are played. Rares. Got 2 golden Jade Claws. That's awesome. The golden infested wolf. Awesome. Draconic Operative golden. That's a really, really good card. If this was a paper like Magic, we would definitely trade that for a lot of money. Fellfire Potion. Good, good, good. Oops. Alley Armorsmith. Good. So really we're sitting good with rares. We need to work on epics. But like I said, that's kind of the nature of the game and the way the packs unfold. You're always going to get a rare no matter what, at the very least, unless you get something better. But you aren't always guaranteed epics, and you definitely aren't always guaranteed legendaries. So stuff to keep in mind. Where we're at right now, we currently have 1 quest available for us. I will work on that tonight off camera. That's just a simple 40 gold, win 3 games with any class. That will definitely put us at 100 gold, so we can buy another pack, to have another pack to open next time on camera. The one thing to think about with quests is you can start to game the system. Notice I've already traded the quest in for today, so I can't trade this one in. But if you're really good and really get into a good pattern, you'll always kind of want to turn down 40 gold quests in favor of doing 50, 60, 80, 100 gold quests. So something to remember. Currently our Rogue, I believe. Yep, Rogue's at class rank 20. That's what allowed us to do the Tavern Brawl for the week. You must have a class at rank 20. Mage is our next highest rank at 16. We still have some classes to get up to rank 10. We need Priest, Druid, Paladin, and Warrior. As soon as we do that, I believe we'll unlock another hidden quest, which will be a pack or some gold rewards. So we've got a couple more things coming down the pipe. Yeah, and after that, we will focus on doing standard ladder with both our Learn to Play account, and maybe switch back over to our standard account and play with some legendaries. So appreciate it. This is going to be a short lesson for tonight, but we will be back tomorrow with a full 1 hour scheduled Hearthstone. Until then, thanks for watching, and take care.